Good morning, students. So previously in dyes intermediate and paints industry, we saw about dyes and intermediates. We saw manufacturing of intermediates such as H acid, and now we will be moving towards paints and pigment section. So paints and pigments are a part. All of these are part of surface coating industries, and this is specifically paint part is a compounding industry, and the manufacturing of all these things involves unit operations and very less number of unit processes. Only pigments, manufacturing of various pigments include some chemical reaction and hence the unit process. So synthetic resins are considered in the later part. We will see we will not be covering synthetic resins. We will see pigments and paints and its types. So all these being part of surface coating industry, there are various requirements what an ideal surface coating should do. So it should do following things, these 8 or 9 points: hiding power, then color, weather resistant. Surface coating should be resistant to weather conditions, washability, glass anti-corrosive properties, consistency suited to application, that is maybe by brushing, dipping, spraying. Then non-toxicity, it should not be toxic, and low cost, it should be economically feasible. These are the requirements of surface coating. Now we'll start with paint. What is paint? So when we listen word paint, the only thing that comes to our mind is the color on any of the surrounding objects. So but it is a colored substance which is spread over a surface and left to dry to leave a thin decorative colored protective coating to that surface. So it is also a type of surface coating. What are paint made of? So these are the components of paint: pigments, resin, solvent, and additives. So pigments provide color. Pigments can be natural pigments or synthesized as well. Chlorophyll is an example of natural pigment. Then resin, the binder to hold the pigment particles together and provide adhesion to the surface painting. So resin acts as a binder. It binds the pigment particles to the surface that we are coating. Solvent, to act as a carrier for pigment and resin. The solvent may be water-based paint or oil-based. So simultaneous, respectively, water and oil is would be the solvent there. Additives, to enhance certain specific properties. So classification of paint, this is the classification based on the main solvent in it. So these are water-based and oil-based solvents. We will be seeing water-based solvents in this video. So water-based paints, it is a mixture of pigment, binder, dryer, and mainly water. Water is the solvent here. Majority of world paints sold today are water-based. So domestically, with the paints that we use are for walls are water-based. And if we want to, for example of oil-based paints, the paints used in furnitures or sometimes wood or metal furnitures, yes, those are oil-based examples of oil-based paints. So the normal paint that we use for our domestic usage for painting walls are all majority are water-based. So these come in the range of cheap to highly expensive luxury qualities, and many categories of water-based paints are easily washable when set and dried. So washability is there, but low cost option is also there, but it ranges from cheapest range to the expensive luxury paints as well. It is suitable for interior as well as exterior walls. Only water is added before its application process. No other additives are needed before application. Requires less time than oil paints to dry, so lesser drying time. Maintain its original color for longer period of time. Does not wear off easily. Now water-based paint are further classified as distemper and emulsion based. So next is types of water-based paint. In that first one, distemper. Distemper paint is an Asian type of paint made of water, chalk and pigment, which are bound together with either an animal glue or any adhesive. Distemper is thin and not durable, but can be made inexpensively and can achieve nearly any color. So quality wise, distemper is not as markable or as remarkable, and it is not durable as well, but it is very inexpensive, and thus in past it was highly popular and in use. Also it can achieve any color, so all pigments are possible in distemper type paint. It is used for cost effective painting solution and for interior wall. It is used when where quality is not a factor and we need effective solution at cheaper cost. Also sometimes for interior walls where only exterior paints or exterior walls are painted with good quality, and sometimes when interiors are not as important, distemper type of paints are used. Again, distemper here is further divided into two types: acrylic based distemper and synthetic distemper. So acrylic distemper is of higher quality and gives the wall delightful, smooth, matte kind of finish. And the brands that provide this type of paint are Asian Paints, Berger, Deluxe, Nerolac. All these we have heard names of. And synthetic distemper is water-based, finished, value for money distemper. Low finish is found in synthetic as compared to the acrylic one. Again, almost similar brands provide synthetic distemper as well. So these are the specifications given, the packaging sizes that are available and approx prices. Properties of distemper paint. So on drying the distemper, the film of distemper shrinks, hence it leads to cracking and flaking. The surface to receive distemper is weak. In case of a weak surface, as on drying the distemper tends to shrink, it will you will find some cracking or flaking of paint. Coating of distemper are usually thick and more brittle than other types of water paints. Film developed by distemper is porous in character and allows water vapor to pass through, so not very water resistant or waterproof. They are generally light in color and provide good reflective coating. Generally available in lighter shades. They are less durable than oil paints or emulsion paints. Emulsion is the second type of water-based paint that we will be seeing. They can be applied on brickwork, cement, plastered surface, lime plastered surface, etc. They exhibit poor workability, so they are not very good quality. They prove to be unsatisfactory in damp locations such as kitchen, bathroom, etc. because of its property of allowing the water vapor to pass through. It cannot be used in damp locations such as kitchen and bathroom where water usage is more. Next, emulsion is the second type of water-based paint which we saw in classification. First was distemper, then second emulsion. So So emulsions are superior quality paints formed by mixing oil, water and emulsifying agent to prevent the separation of the combination. So emulsification is done and before applying. They have much better ease of application, are washable and have greater overall decorative appeal. So appearance wise also they are better than distemper types. They provide a higher coverage than a distemper or enamel. Better than both distemper and enamel, also coverage is higher. Opacity is also better than the distemper and enamel type. The pigments, these synthetic pigments that are used in water-based paints are titanium, lead, zinc oxide. These are the common pigments that are used in all water-based paints, even in distemper type. So again, we are further classifying the emulsion type as interior and exterior emulsion. So in interior there are three examples: vinyl matte, vinyl satin and vinyl silk. So the first one is gives a matte non-shining finish that is good for not showing small imperfections on the wall or ceiling. So as the name suggests, it gives matte finish. It's like a non-glossy finish, non-shiny finish. And the shinier finishes reflect back more light and highlight any imperfections. So the matte finish helps in hiding the small imperfections in the walls. Next is vinyl satin, which gives a subtle soft sheen finish. Is more durable surface than vinyl matte. It is suitable for areas that might need to be occasionally lightly washed or sponged. So suitable for more suitable for washing, and gives a soft sheen finish. So it gives a fabric kind of finish. But the other one, third one, vinyl silk, gives even better finish as compared to vinyl satin one. Third one gives a high sheen finish and is most durable of all the emulsion type of paints. It is good for rooms that are subject to a lot of moisture, that is condensation. So suitable for humid climatic geographic places where humidity is more. Also the main unit operations involved in water-based in manufacturing of water-based paints are grinding and milling. And mainly these type of water-based paints are used for household, as we said, domestic, industrial applications, particularly for applications where experts are not required, or a specific you don't need skilled people to apply. So we ourselves can also use water-based paints with little training or knowledge. Exterior emulsion, another this is the second type of emulsion, exterior emulsion. It is a smooth water-based modified acrylic exterior wall finish with silicone additives. So generally in water-based paints, additives are not used, but in exterior emulsion type, silicone additives are used. They are used in exterior portion of a building that is exposed to direct sunlight, air and water. So adding silicone type of additives gives it improves its weatherability, its weather resistance. They have additional qualities to withstand the weather conditions. Comes with keeps on changing as per the season. So as we already said, additives are added to improve the weather resistance. These types of paints are often used in painting buildings from exterior as well as used in interior portions of the stairs. So not used for interior walls, but for exterior walls and in interior parts for stairs and other such things. But not commonly used for interior walls. Mainly used for those walls which would be coming in direct contact with atmosphere in one way or the other. So maybe like coming in contact with, as mentioned here, direct sunlight, air, or water. Yes, so this was paints, and first type is we saw water-based paints. Next, we will be seeing oil-based paints and its types and details. Then we will see varnishes, that is wood finish, and production pattern in India. These names that we saw, Asian Paints, Berger, and all of that, are the economic production patterns and capacities of these plants. And further, when we will see second type of paint, that is oil-based paint.